Hi guys, let's have a quick chat. I've been planning to do this for a long time, and every day I keep on postponing this. But today I said I'll just have a really quick chat. I'm not gonna take a lot of your time, but I hope it helps somebody. I am going to talk about bringing up children and teenagers in a Western country, and in specifically, I'll be talking about children who were born in Kenya, came here when they were still just below 10. Obviously, the transition and getting to adopt the British culture because they now live in the UK. Um, I know when we were back home in Africa, I had house helps who would help my kids with their house chores, but we also got our kids doing some house chores, keeping their rooms tidy, and washing their plates, clearing the table, and all worked really well. Then we came here, and you cannot leave your kids in the house on their own here, and they were 14. I got two boys, and therefore I had to do a lot of everything myself. I had to work. I was also in uni. I had to do nights, come back, prepare them for school, and go to uni in the morning, and it wasn't easy. I know from having experience with my kids' friends growing up. My kids' friends always said their moms did everything. They washed their clothes, they washed their plates, they did everything. But I came to this point whereby I had 10 and a 12-year-old, and I thought they're going to start learning now how to do house chores. So I started the bigger one on having to wash plates, and the little one then would tidy up the sitting room and clean, and then I would hoover. I would do the heavy jobs. I would let them have a go. Then I got them to start ironing their uniforms. Like, they would do it so horribly, but I would go back and correct it, and that didn't bother me because I was training them. If you want your kids to learn house chores and not have any confrontation or argument when they are bigger, start it when they are young. So I started showing them, leaving them to do it. So they would do the kitchen chores. I was cooking because obviously I didn't want the dangers of them burning themselves. I would do their washing, but I would show them how we separate the whites and the darks because we were using a washing machine, but they weren't doing the washing. They were ironing their clothes. Up until when they were 14, then I started letting them start putting the clothes in the machine with me there, and ironing their clothes, and me just coming back and looking at them and saying, you didn't iron here properly, and then I go on and I iron it for them. And this is what I'm trying to say. If you want your children to learn to do house chores and not have them argue with you when they're bigger, get it to look like it's a normal thing. Don't copy parenting from any other parent. Don't even copy me. If this doesn't work for you, carry on the way you have been. It is working for me. So I trained them a lot. I never wanted to come downstairs and find the house messy. You do your mess, you clean up your mess. If you're downstairs, I'm sleeping because I've been on a night shift. Just make sure the kitchen is clean when I come downstairs, and I will cook for you guys without any interfering with your games, because they're boys and they like to play games with their friends, Xbox, and PS playing. So I grounded them. If I found the kitchen messy or the sitting room messy or their bedrooms messy, I would ground them. I would say, you're not going to play your Xbox and you're not going to play your PS. So they knew if they don't do their jobs, their chores, they will have to pay by being bored. and sitting in their bedrooms with nothing. The only thing they were allowed to do was their homework, which was needed. So anyway, I just wanted to say this. If you want to bring up kids who will become responsible teenagers and responsible adults, start teaching them young. If it is washing plates, teach them to wash plates. My boys are the ones who wash plates as long as they live under this roof, and they work. Don't get me wrong, they work. They're young, they work part-time, but it is my house. The rules have to be followed. So they have duties of now. Duties have changed because they're 17 and 19 now. So they have duties who washes the plates, and they have duties who cleans the living room. They share a bathroom. They don't share a bathroom with us. They have duties who cleans the bathroom, and I should not find it in a mess. And they know it. It's like, if I was telling them to do that now, it would be really difficult, because it's like teaching an old dog new tricks, if that makes sense. So because I have taught them young, it comes so naturally for them. They come in, they find you've just finished eating, and you see them take your plate to the kitchen. That is a rare thing to see in a Western country, because I think moms feel guilty asking their kids to do jobs, but I feel you gotta be cruel to be kind. If you don't teach these kids now, and I'm not judging anybody, it is your way of parenting. It's what works for you. But I was brought up differently, and my way works for me. If my kids grow and they leave this house and they think, okay, what mom taught us doesn't work for our kids, fine, I will not get involved, but this is my way of parenting. So, as I said, I started them young, washing plates, cleaning living rooms, tidying up their bedrooms. And then when they were bigger, I started showing them how to iron their clothes. And they started doing it, like, badly, but we got there in the end, polishing their school shoes and setting their shoes and the uniforms ready for the next day, because I was doing this for them up until they were 12 and 14. And it just so weird, because when you start doing this, you forget that the younger one actually also needs another 2 years to grow and be the same age as the bigger one. So you find the young one gets involved quite quickly, and to me that is not a bad thing, because it's not a heavy job. He wasn't ironing, but he knew to get his clothes ready for tomorrow. He knew to polish his shoes. He knew not to leave plates on the table. He knew to wash plates in the sink when he was tall enough to reach the sink. And he knew to tidy up the sitting room. So start instilling these skills young, and you will never regret it. Actually, I was speaking to my son, my older one, just recently, and I said to him, how do you feel about me teaching you to do these things young? And I said to him, I know you didn't like them, but how do you feel? And he went like, if you are teaching it now, ma'am, I would think you're being funny. I would think you are... I would just think it's not my job. But to me, this is my son now talking to me, it automatically just clicks in, like, it's my job. I gotta do this. I gotta tidy up my bedroom. I gotta wash the plates. I gotta tidy up the sitting room. So they do not have to be forced. So when they leave the house and now go for accommodation, they're going to uni and places, they will not struggle with this. They will wash their uniforms. Now I don't wash their clothes anymore, not uniforms, clothes. I don't wash their clothes anymore. I know I have worked with moms who have, 35-year-olds, and they still tell me their 35-year-olds don't wash their clothes. So if you don't start young, you will never be able to start. You cannot start telling a 30-year-old to wash their clothes when you've washed them all their life. You gotta start teaching them young. On my next video, my son actually suggested this. He said, actually, you come and have this discussion with me and the benefits of learning young. So I'll bring him in just to have this chat, but put that just away for now. Before I bring in my son, just take a leaf or borrow a leaf from this if you think it will work for you, and start teaching your kids young. If you don't think it works for you, I'm sorry. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to share something about parenting, especially when you are abroad and away from home, because you want to keep your kids busy. You go to work, you leave them. What are they doing? Reduce TV time and increase skills time. And I feel some of the essential skills they need to learn are life skills. So let me know, comment on this video if you think, just comment, let it be constructive criticism, please. Let's not just be here to make or to let me not be here just to criticize people to make them feel bad or give them hurt their feelings, but be very, very careful when you comment, and let's learn from each other. Also, let me know how your parenting worked for you. I could borrow something for you, and I know I could borrow something from a lot of parents. Let me know. But my way has worked, and my kids just do the house chores as if it's normal. Like this video, click on the notification bell. You will be notified every time I upload a video. And please, please, please subscribe. I do cooking. I do hair. This is natural afro hair. It's actually very long. It's just like this because I've just taken out my twist. So I'm going to wash it and treat it. So look on my channel and just see my hair videos if you want to learn something about managing your afro hair, and especially when you are abroad whereby you are not near any afro hairstylists or hairdressers. Give me feedback, please, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. I think my next one might be a cooking one or might be me talking to my son, but I'll keep that open. I am not sure what my next video will be, but it will be something very interesting. Thank you for watching.